Hey guys, what's up? It's Jack from the Checkered Flag Crew, and we're here with Chris Buescher. Chris, if you were to go back to your 6-year-old self racing motorcycles and tell him about all of your NASCAR achievements, how do you think he'd react?
I think I'd have gotten off a motorcycle a lot sooner. I tended to get hurt on motorcycles. I got run over when I was almost 9 years old, about 9 years old, and that didn't go over too well. So I'd have probably gotten off a lot sooner and gotten in a stock car earlier.
Did you get run over during a race?
It was during a race. It was actually right in front of the grandstands where my mom was at, so she pretty much pulled the plug right there.
Who did you look up to when you were racing as a kid?
Rusty Wallace was a big one, along with Mark Martin. Two guys I always followed. When it's funny, they were both racing together a lot, so it was hard to pick a favorite. But those were my two guys.
Did you look up to your cousin James?
We were kind of racing at the same time, so I actually got into motorcycle racing a little bit earlier, and he progressed sooner as his age was a little bit older, so he was able to move up. So we pretty much just raced together.
And do you still look up to Rusty Wallace today?
Yeah, it was actually really cool. After we won the ARCA championship in 2012, we went to Talladega, and they induct all the ARCA champions into the Hall of Fame there. It just so happened that Rusty Wallace was getting inducted into the Hall of Fame at the same time a couple years ago, and that was really cool to me. I got to go on stage with Rusty and accept the award at the same time. That was special to me.
What do you think is your greatest racing achievement?
So far, I think the ARCA championship was big, but in the NASCAR side, our first win at Iowa, we got a win last year at Mid-Ohio at a road course, and that's big, but I'm not a road racer. I'm a short track guy. That's what I'm supposed to be good at, and so to finally get that first Xfinity win at Iowa on an oval, what most people would consider a short track, that was really special for me, and then we were able to back it up at Dover just a couple weeks later.
And would you say that was the most difficult to achieve?
Yes, it was tough, and we'd been to Iowa several races. I ran there a lot in ARCA and just never could quite pull it off. And this year we were really fast off the truck, and we were able to get it, and that was special to us. We had a blast there, and it was not easy, but it was a lot of fun.
What do you think has been your most fun year racing?
My most fun year has been this year so far. I know it's still early. We're not even halfway, but I've had a blast doing it. We've been running really competitively. Got a lot of top fives early on, and we got a couple wins. So we're in good shape. We're leading the points right now, and we're looking forward to head into this summer stretch. We got a lot of races in a row here with no off weekends, so it'll be a good momentum.
So is it just because you're being successful this year? Does your team have anything to do with it?
The success helps, and obviously being with the team, the guys have been together over 2 years now, and it's a good bunch. Everybody's getting along. They're a little goofy at times and like to play some jokes, but we've gotten used to that part.
So you probably get a lot of perks from being a NASCAR driver. What do you think your greatest perk is?
The greatest perk for being a NASCAR driver is probably the Ford vehicles we get to drive during the times that we're not at the racetrack. I get to drive a F450 dually that's my daily driver now at the house, and it's obnoxious, and I love it. And it's fun to drive every day.
If you weren't driving a car but you were a member of the crew, what position would you be?
So it's an interesting question because I've actually worked on cars a lot growing up. I was the interior guy 2 years ago when I was splitting the ride with Ryan Reed in the 16. So I actually did all of my interiors. I did all of his interiors, and everybody else that was in the car that year, Martin Truex Jr. Ryan Truex, and then Marcos Ambrose at the same time.
So we're going to do a short segment here called Would You Rather. We're going to give you two options, you got to choose one. So would you rather have a great race car but a really uncomfortable seat, or a bad race car but a really comfortable seat?
I'm going to say a great race car and an uncomfortable seat. We can put up with it if we get to go to victory lane.
Would you rather have a rewind button in your life or a pause button?
Ooh, probably rewind. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Would you rather make one new law of your choice or get rid of one law?
We'll go with the second one on that one. I'm not really sure why.
Do you know what you get rid of?
I do not right now.
I'm
not sure. Yeah, I have to think about that one. You give me a couple minutes, we might come up with it.
All right. Would you rather have no internet or no cell phone?
No cell phone. My phone broke for about 2 weeks last year, and it was the most wonderful 2 weeks of my life. I loved not being in touch with the rest of the world. It was great.
Would you rather be able to move things with your mind, or be able to light things on fire with your mind?
Move things with my mind. Lighting on things on fire, I'd get in trouble.
All right, big thanks to Chris for taking the time. Check out all of our videos and submit a question at checkeredflagcrew.com. Thanks, Chris.